On day 1, I spawned into the gravelly mountains as a garbage man. It's time to take out the trash. That seems a little too generic. I'll keep working on potential catchphrases. That's when I felt a mysterious presence behind me and turned to see an armored mountaineer pointing a crossbow in my face.
Got a catchphrase for you, kid. How about, don't worry, Mr. Mountaineer, I'll come quietly. How about you try that one on for size,
It's memorable, but I don't think it has the kind of multi-use applicability in a good catchphrase.
Then perish.
That's more like it. I took off and ran for the hills. It was a shame I didn't have my garbage truck, or I could have made it out of there slightly faster. Oh man, I only have 5 hearts. I'm a big stinky baby. It must be because of all the garbage I hang around. I could have run forever until I got a crossbow bolt straight in the butt and fell over on the ground. What kind of monster shoots a baby? That's when the armored mountaineer caught up with me.
This kind of monster. Now come with me, or I'm gonna shoot the next one somewhere way worse.
On day 2, the mountaineers led me to a stronghold that was just as fortified as they were.
Are you scared of our armored base, garbage boy?
I'm a garbage man. Or at least I'm going to be. And no, I'm just wondering why you've dragged me all the way out here.
That's less fun, but you'll be shaking in your filthy boots soon enough.
I definitely wasn't scared, but I also didn't want to argue with a guy holding a crossbow. We passed through the entrance, and I was blown away by how big their base really was on the inside. This is incredible. Who's funding this mountaineering operation anyway? I only get a check from the government.
Inheritance. Lots of inheritance.
Pretty soon, the mountaineer brought me to a nice room with 3 walls and a set of prison bars at the entrance. Hey, wait! Is this a jail cell?
No. Now wait here. I'll be right back.
They left, and I was starting to think that this was a prison cell.
Oh yeah, it's totally a prison cell.
I turned around and saw a giant cockroach, which was even larger than myself.
Those guys totally want to keep you confined. They fear the power of honest, hard-working garbage men like yourself.
Who are you?
I'm Octa the Roach. I'm a friend, a revolutionary, and a menace to society. But enough about me, you gotta bust yourself out of here.
That sounds sensible. Maybe if I use this trash lying in the cell, I can disguise myself as one of the mountaineers. I soon put my brilliant plan into action, and with a bit of adjustment, I looked exactly like an armored mountaineer. One of the real ones came by, saw me in the jail cell, and let me out.
What were you doing in there, guy?
I don't know, but I'm leaving forever. I made a hasty retreat from the mountaineer base and obtained my freedom. On day 3, having gone my separate ways from Ogtha the radical cockroach, I made my way into a nearby bayou. Wow, this place is hot and humid and stinky. It reminds me of trash. I love it. I spent hours frolicking through the swamps, eating dirt, and punching trees. Eventually, these bayou rituals paid off because I found a hawk of salmon laying on the ground. That's good eating, boys. Once I'd finished chowing down on that delicious swamp fish, I was interrupted by a strange dude with a big forehead and cool black robes.
Hark!
Okay. Why'd you say that so loudly? I feel like you blew out my ears.
My apologies, dear compatriot. I have trouble regulating the volume of my voice. I'm afraid it's just going to be like this.
Is there anything I can do to help you, buddy? Or are you just riffing?
I actually came out here because my home is incredibly filthy. Woe is me. I haven't been keeping up on my hygiene since my wife left me. If only I could pay someone to clean up for me while I get my life back together.
Hey, I'm a garbage man. I know a thing or two about filth. Lead the way, and I'll clean your house in exchange for an hourly emerald rate.
This is fair to me. Follow my directions, Zozo. The bachelor pad awaits. My name is Mike, by the way.
From day 4 to day 5, I was inside the lair of Mike the Evoker. And what a nasty lair it was. This guy was so bad at cleaning that if I didn't know any better, I'd think he was trying to turn his place into an evil industrial base. Like that could ever happen.
Don't thou forget mine storage. 'Tis the most foul stench of my once humble, now horrible abode.
I'm on it. Boy, I hope these emeralds are going to be worth it.
They will be, for you, but alas, I am not made of emeralds. Oh, if I only had someone in my life to clean my house in perpetuity for no payment.
Right. You work on that. I'll work on the storage room. Mike the Evoker wasn't kidding. I had to punch a lot of trash throughout the base, and even had to fight some skeletons in there. Where did all of these come from? Took me a while, but I was able to bring the whole place to a semi-acceptable level of scuzz and grime. I decided to take a break and check on the situation with my payment. Hey, Mike, how many emeralds have I earned so far?
Oh, we need not ruminate on emeralds at this juncture. Take this poison-toothed sword. 'Tis a mighty and very conveniently distracting blade.
He handed me a poison-toothed sword. Verily, neato, a sword made from garbage. Hey, wait, was this just lying on the ground?
'Tis of little importance what floor it was lying upon. Have these stone tools as well. The emeralds will come another day. Trust in me, Zozo. I do not deceive.
Cool. Well, I'm definitely done for the day. Catch you on the flip side, Big Mike. As I trudged over to a nearby polluted lake, I was surprised by how much better it smelled than Mike's lair.
Here I shall live.
Wait, I've been hanging out with Mike for too long. I built myself a base out of some moldy wood I gathered with my stone axe. While I was cutting down trees, a couple of those armored mountaineers came around looking for me.
Hey, is that the garbage baby over there? Get back here.
I did the exact opposite and ran away. So fast that I even teleported out of view of the armored mountaineers. Whoa, I can warp now. Did my mastery over garbage allow me to discard my previous weaker self like trash and reassemble a warp ability? I may never know. From day 6 to day 8, I was doing my best to clean up the horrible toxic pollution of the polluted lake. Why is there so much garbage around this world? I don't get it. It's like nobody picks up their own garbage around here. While I was doing what I could to clean, a surprise guest arrived at my base. It was Ogtha the cockroach. She'd somehow escaped from the Armored Mountaineer prison in the Gravelly Mountains.
Zozo, my man. Long time no see.
Ogtha, how did you escape that jail?
Jail is a concept, Zozo, and all concepts are mutable. I just changed my location relative to the location of the jail.
Hey, I can do that too. I'm able to warp a short distance now. I warped a short distance just to show her.
Pretty impressive, Zozo, but I don't need you to warp a distance. I need you to warp your mindset. This world, it's an illusion wrapped inside a mystery and deep fried in a lie. Deceptions are then deceptions, concentric trickery, you understand?
Not really, but it definitely sounds interesting.
Keep your ear to the ground, Zozo, but not too close, cause it's filthy, and you'll get an infection or something.
Wait, an infection? That reminds me, Big Mike the Evoker still owes me all those emeralds for the cleaning work I did. I should go talk to him about that. I went straight to the Evoker's base, which was somehow even filthier than last time. It was like this man just ambiently produced trash, the way normal people breathe out CO2.
Zozo, my boy, you have returned, unless mine eyes doth deceiveth me.
Hi, Mike. You got those emeralds? You know, the ones you promised me for cleaning your house, which is somehow filthy again?
Oh, of course, those emeralds. The emeralds meant specifically to pay you, Zozo, for the cleaning. Zozo's emeralds. I'd never forget such a thing.
Then where are they?
Not here. I lent some money to a so-called friend, the Aqua Dolphin of the Magma Waste. Go shake down that deadbeat, and you can keep whatever emeralds he hasn't already spent on his blowhole wax.
This sounds a little like you're taking advantage of me.
What? Zozo? I am deeply hurt by this. How could you even suggest such a thing? I thought you knew me better than that. Apologize right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was such a touchy subject.
It is, but I accept your apology. Enjoy the waste, Zozo.
From day 9 to day 10, I traveled deep into the magma waste, a hostile biome bubbling with volatile lava and strange smells. It was almost as big as Big Mike's house. A dirty sea rat. The aqua dolphin had to be around here somewhere, I thought. Then again, why is an aqua dolphin living in a land of magma and fire?
That's because I'm not an aqua dolphin anymore, fool. I moved up in the world. I'm a lava dolphin, baby.
I couldn't believe my eyes. There was a dolphin swimming through the lava towards me. Are you the aqua dolphin?
No, I'm the lava dolphin. Didn't you hear what I just said, fool?
Do you have Big Mike's emeralds or not?
Big Mike, that fool owes me money. I'm clearly too rich to be in debt. Rich in experiences, that is. You don't know my life. Time to get destroyed, fool.
The aqua dolphin swam across the land towards me and bit down on several of my hearts. His attack knocked me back and caused me to teeter on the edge of falling into the lava. As he shot forward to headbutt me, I dodged, causing allowing him to fly past me into the lava. He swam for shore. I drew my poison tooth and struck the aqua dolphin as he came back for round 2. Months, maybe years of living in the lava had made this dolphin extremely strong. When at last I brought him down, I felt drained and weary. That's when Octha appeared, just in time to help me heal my wounds. The moment I laid eyes upon her, my heart's refilled instantly. Whoa, how did you do that?
Oh, that? Cockroaches have so much will to live that we can share it with others. I simply wanted you to be alive.
Thanks, Octha. I want to be alive too. Alive enough to have a word with Big Mike over the emeralds he owes me.
You are more than alive, Zozo.
She looked at me in a special way, and I suddenly leveled up. I now have 12 hearts and have grown into a bigger, mightier duck.
A man in debt to another man is no man at all, Zozo. Are you going to be a man, or are you going to be a roach?
Thanks, but Octha, you're a roach.
Yeah? So?
And I'm a garbage man. From day 11 to day 12, I returned to the Evoker's filthy, disgusting hovel of a base, still seeking back pay. Big Mike seems surprised to see me return in one piece.
Zozo, well, not a surprise. I always knew you'd come back safe from the magma waste, even if nobody else has. Do you have those emeralds someone owed you?
You owed me those emeralds, Mike.
Calm down, Zozo. You're being hysterical. Explain to me exactly how I can make this right.
I think you know, Mike.
It doesn't make sense. Surely the emerald should have been there, hoarded by the brown bear?
Wait, hoarded by who?
The brown bear around here in the dark forest. He's who I told you had the emeralds. Don't you remember?
No, you told me the aqua dolphin in the magma waste had them.
Aqua dolphin? That's ridiculous. I've never even heard of that. I'm positive I said brown bear right here in the dark forest. I'm positive he'll have the emeralds you seek.
On one hand, I have literally no reason to trust you. On the other, I feel like I'm in this now, and I need to see it through.
That's the attitude, Zozo. Go get 'em.
Feeling vaguely angry and frazzled, I decided I needed a little retail therapy, by which I mean I went underground to dig up some iron ore. Lucky for me, I found some already completed iron ore pieces and an iron pickaxe, ready for the taking. But clearly, I also looked ready for the taking because an Armored Mountaineer stuck up on me.
There you are. You never should have come here, garbage boy.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a garbage boy, I'm a garbage man. I ran at him with my deadly sword, scaring him so much that he ran away, leaving me in peace. Wow, people really respond to confidence. From day 13 to day 15, I went off on another potentially unfruitful quest for the emeralds that seemed farther and farther away with each passing day. Yeah, right, Brown Bear. Come out and be peaceful. I don't want to have to put a sword to another fool in pursuit of those gosh darn emeralds.
Did someone say Elmer's glue?
It was a brown bear. Yep, just a brown bear. No, I said emeralds. I'm looking for Ursos Arctos, who supposedly owes an associate of mine some serious green.
You got me. I'm Brown Bear. Brown Bear means brown bear. Who's this associate of yours?
Big Mike, the smelly evoker.
Oh, not him. That guy, he's just the worst of the worst. He never picks up after himself, to the point that you could smell his house throughout the dark forest. His wife left him because of that stench, and because he kept lying to her and made her clean up after him for no money. On top of that, he kept borrowing money from everyone and spent it immediately. Whatever he bought was lost among the trash, and he never paid anyone back. Ursus Marctos, my words. If you get involved with him, you're only asking to get all your time and money taken from you before you are thrown away with the rest of his garbage.
Wow, that seems completely accurate. Like, that is 100% who he is. I don't know why I didn't see it. Literally all the evidence was staring me right in the face.
Yeah, so basically not only does he not have emeralds to pay you with, you're the last in line to receive anything from the Mountain of Debt he owes. For all you know, he's making a deal with some other person he's gone to come and take you out right now.
That stinks, and I should know. I'm a garbage man. I'm going to talk to Big Mike and demand he tells me the truth about all of this. I warped off towards Mike's base, angrily. From day 16 to day 19, I arrived at Evoker Mike's base. Surprise, surprise, it was in a state of total disarray. like it always was. I went in to investigate and found a note laying in a trash pile. It read,
Dear Zozo, did you find the money that some guy owed to you? Here is not the right place to look if you didn't. That worthless bear is incredibly wealthy. Get the money from him.
the nerve of this guy. And all because he wouldn't pay me to clean his house, which he agreed to pay me for. Before I could just give up on this venture, Ogtha the cockroach approached out of the filth. Ogtha, how'd you know I was here?
I'm always nearer than you think, Zozo. As is Big Mike the evoker. You need to return to the brown bear. He's in terrible danger, and if Mike isn't here, he's probably there.
That's a good idea, Ogtha. One I should have had myself. I'm gonna return right now and save that bear. But I didn't save that bear. When I next arrived at what was once his home, I saw that he'd already been destroyed, and Big Mike the evoker was waiting there.
You've fallen into my trap, Zozo.
How is this a trap?
I thought you were going to do a thing, and you did, and I'm here, so it's a trap.
Why won't you just pay me, Mike? I'm not even asking for that much.
Because I'm cheap. Now suffer like hated.
Big Mike fired a laser attack at me, immediately knocking me unconscious. From day 20 to day 22, I woke up to the familiar yet comforting smell of the polluted lake. There wasn't any more pungent odor in the wind, so I knew that Mike was long gone. But how did I make it back to my base? The dark forest was probably destroyed in our epic battle. I rose to my feet and tried to get my bearings. It seemed like somebody had taken me back to my room at Garbage HQ. Then, Ogtha the cockroach emerged dramatically from the floor. I was so happy to see her, despite how weird of a way it was to greet someone.
Oh, good. You're up. I knew that Big Mike couldn't keep you down.
He tried to take me out, but taking out the trash is my job.
I like your energy right now. You're gonna need more of that clever bravado if you want to get even with that swindling evoker.
How does a guy like him become so powerful in this overworld, but still not able to pick up after himself or pay people a fair wage for their labor?
Don't question that, Zozo. All I need to hear from you is that you'll defeat him now. Then I'll totally respect you.
Wait, Ogtha, don't you already respect me?
Yeah, sure, totally. And it's not conditional on your performance as a hero whatsoever.
Whew, great to hear. Thanks, Ogtha. You're the sweetest roach I've ever met. Ogtha would be staying at my place from now on, so I worked on getting us a bigger base. I built us an even better Garbage HQ. When the outside was done, I built her a room, and I vowed to myself to continue to earn her respect by standing up for myself against Big Mike. From day 23 to day 26, I traveled into the gravelly mountains yet again, hoping this time I'd find some cool loot without needing to fight any other armored mountaineers. Mountaineer, mountain far, mountain wherever you are. But I wasn't able to practice my Celine Dion covers for long because I saw an innocent chocobo getting chased around by a huge evil cave ogre. No need to worry, I'll save you. I stormed in, separating the cave ogre from the chocobo and beginning the battle. I didn't just fight him. I used one of my special powers, making disguises out of trash, to turn into a cave ogre and talk to him. It is your father, and I'm very disappointed in you, son. Why are you out here chasing innocent bird creatures? You should go to college and become a doctor, like your brother. We're not ashamed when friends and relatives ask what he's been up to. The cave ogre ran off crying. I feel bad for destroying that guy's self-esteem, but I guess it was better than literally destroying him. Soon after, the chocobo approached me.
You saved my life, man. Thank you. Nobody's ever done that before.
No problem. The name's Zozo, and I'm a garbage man, the best type of hero there is.
Also, were you singing a parody song about the Armored Mountaineers earlier?
What? No. What gave you that idea?
Please, don't be ashamed, Zozo. My name is Chocobo Burnham, and I specialize in comedic satirical songs. I think you've got talent. It's something you should seriously consider pursuing.
That was such an amazing boost to my self-esteem. It was also a significant XP boost. I leveled up to level 20 and gained the ability to throw flaming garbage at people. Heck yeah! This seems really dangerous. From day 27 to day 31, I came upon a pack of snow leopards amidst the crunchy slopes of the gravelly mountains. With the weather being so warm up there, they were unable to make snow. I couldn't bear to see these poor animals in such a state, so I brought them back to my base and created a cold area for them. In no time, the snow leopards were making plenty of snowballs and delicious snow cones. 2 snow cones, please. I thought bringing Ogtha a snow cone would be a nice housewarming gift for my new roach roommate, even though warm is the last thing ice cream is. She was in the meditation room, which, hey, since when do we have a meditation room? Oh, well, for you, Ogtha.
I'm actually lactose intolerant, and even if I wasn't, I think I'm one of those people who simply doesn't enjoy ice cream.
Oh, you're a hard one to figure out. aren't you, Ogtha?
Come, meditate with me, Zozo. We must focus on your journey.
I put away the snow cones and began to meditate. I was becoming one with the universe, and soon I would be two with the universe. Elsewhere, Big Mike was doing his own thing.
Indeed, though 'tis the tale of the Zo of Zo, Big Mike, who is I, have stolen the thunder. Isn't that correct, my little cactite friend?
He apparently had a new henchman with him too. Some kind of small cactus dude who was oddly adorable.
I ain't little, see? But I am green. And you know what else is green? Those emeralds I'm gonna get my prickly hands on once I do that thing you hired me for.
Yes, emeralds. I do have plenty of those, which I absolutely give to you, in truth, forsooth.
From day 32 to day 35, I returned to the gravelly mountains once again. I'd been practicing some cool new parody songs that I was eager to show Chocobo Burnham. Instead, I was quickly apprehended by a gang of armored mountaineers.
Hey, it's that wanted fugitive. We should take him back to the base to meet our boss, like we were trying to do a month ago.
I was quickly whisked back to the base where I'd escaped from during the very first week, where I'd first met Ogtha. And there was an incredibly weird dude who looked like he was made of trash waiting for me.
I actually am made of trash. I'm the Mandragora boss, you see? And I talk in rhyme.
But that wasn't a rhyme.
Darn, you got me there. I just wanted you to think I was cool. But I am the Mandragora boss, though. And because I'm made of trash, I have a natural and enduring respect for garbage men. It's why I was so eager to meet you.
Oh, I feel kind of bad for beating up all those mountaineers now.
Please, don't beat yourself up for all those people you beat up, Zozo. I'm willing to let it slide. I'm cool like that. But what I can't let slide is how Big Mike the Evoker is taking advantage of us all. He has debts that must be repaid.
Wait, he owes payment to all of you guys too?
Yes, and together we can get it all back.
I like the sound of that! From day 36 to day 39, I felt as if I'd been lazing around for too long. It was time for action! I had to upgrade my armor. I delved deep into the mine and gathered iron ore for the rest of my suit of iron armor. In the process, I got my hands on a mass of diamonds, the first I'd been able to find. Looking at these diamonds reminds me of Ogtha for some reason, maybe because both are pretty cool. Speaking of, Ogtha was waiting for me outside the mine when I came up for fresh air. Hello, Ogtha. May I compare you to a diamond?
What? No. Anyway, I bought you this hat. Thought it would make you look distinguished.
Ogtha presented me with a novelty hat, which in all likelihood probably cost more than the day's worth of pay that Big Mike owed me. Regardless, I tried it on. This hat is super radical, Ogtha.
I know. It looks good on you.
As Ogtha and I admired the way the hat looked, it felt like we were connecting on a deeper level. Then, an annoying noise from the outside shattered the peaceful bliss of the moment.
Pika-pee.
I reluctantly turned to see Pikachu.
You know, everybody's saying it. They say Pikachu. They tell me, you are Pokemon number 25, but you're number 1 in my book. Everyone says that. I don't need to say it.
Can I help you?
I'm the best Pokemon. Everyone knows. I'm telling you though, you gotta go to the Shattered Desert Isle. Alright? That's where he is. You didn't hear me say it, but it's the truth.
Where who is, Mr. Pikachu, sir?
From what I've heard, you did everything right, and Mike denied you. But Pikachu knows somebody who can help. You better go see him.
What a character you turned out to be. Even so, I needed all the help I could get with this Mike situation. I'd get ready to set out the following day. From day 40 to day 43, I met up with the Mandragora boss in the Shattered Desert Isles. A really weird place to meet by all accounts.
Hi, Zozo. So happy you'd come over. Pretty cool place, right? And wasn't it also pretty cool how I sent Pikachu over to get you? We're pretty tight in real life. He's a very down-to-earth guy. First name basis and everything.
Yeah, very cool. Why did you want to see me again?
Oh, no. I just wanted to hang out with you. Want to watch some Stranger Things on Netflix together?
Before I could even think about what I was going to say to that, a wall exploded and a weird little cactus guy entered.
Yeah, it's me, Cactite. Say, I'm gonna teach you something or two. Say, and then my boss, Big Mike the Evoker, is gonna pay me the big bucks.
Are you sure about that? Before I could tell him about Big Mike the Evoker's rampant skinfloonery, he starts to attack. All I could do was flee, having no idea how a weird little cactus dude had ever gotten so devastatingly powerful. From day 44 to day 49, the Mandragora boss and I were back at Garbage HQ, where he seemed really anxious. That was a close call back there, huh?
Oh, it's not that. I just can't believe I'm actually here at Garbage HQ with you. I've dreamed of this day since I was a small pile of trash. And even as a big heap, I still dream of it.
Your base is a lot cooler than mine. I mean, you've got Armored Mountaineers and everything. But please, make yourself at home. Just make sure not to get on Octa's bad side. She's a little possessive.
I didn't know you had a roommate, Zozo. I thought you were out here all by your lonesome.
Sometimes it feels that way. When you're on a quest that only you can accomplish, loneliness is part of the job description.
You garbage men truly carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, especially with Big Mike withholding your payments. But you don't have to deal with him by yourself if you can acquire the legendary cockroach Utheka.
Cockroach Octa?
No, Utheka. It's an egg, but instead of hatching a true cockroach, it bestows the true powers of survival onto the one who was closest when it hatched.
I didn't know they made cockroach eggs like that. I'll have to ask Octa about that. She's around here somewhere. We both sat there and waited for an awkwardly long amount of time, but Octa didn't show up.
Or, and I'm just looking out for you, you could just go find the Book of Secrets instead. I heard it's in the magma wastes.
That sounds like a terrible place for a book to be. I'm gonna head over there and see what I can find. You should stay here while it's safe. Last time I had to fend off a very aggressive dolphin. From day 50 to day 53, I went to the magma wastes, hoping it wouldn't be a magma waste of my time. If only Chocobo Burnham was here, he would have loved that. I walked by a pool of magma where a clownfish was screaming as he burned.
Oh no, I'm burning, and I can't get out.
Oh no, do you know anything about Big Mike the Evoker? And how I can defeat him with the cockroach Utheka?
Oh, that's super easy actually, when you know how to do it. 2 easy steps in fact. Step 1.
But before he could finish his sentence, he was burned to ash. Man, I guess this day was a wash. I'm gonna go home. From day 54 to day 57, I was taking the scenic room back to Garbage HQ through the stinky, yet timelessly charming bayou. It's beautiful out here. I took a moment to stare out through the mist, drinking in the familiar stench and the natural mystique of the bayou. My moment of tranquility was interrupted by the arrival of Cactite. I almost didn't see him because he was so small, but as the prickly menace got closer, he seemed to double, no triple in size. Wait, that's just my perspective.
You're making fun of my size again. I'll show you who's small after I crush you into tiny scraps, garbage man.
I thought you were more of an enforcer, Cactite. All that sounds above and beyond what Big Mike is paying you for, or in all likelihood, not paying you for.
Save it for someone who cares. I'm gonna bruise you like a banana.
That's not even on theme. I threw some flaming garbage at the Cactite, but he was such a little target that he dodged effortlessly. Before I knew it, he was right up on me, and he punched me with his spiky cactus fists. Ow, ow, no more, please.
I'm just getting started, you junkyard jerk.
Turned out, Cactite really did have more fight in him. He wailed on me for a long time while I tried in vain to fight back. Eventually, my hearts were really low, and I had to run away.
Yeah, that ought to show you. I don't even know what my job is anymore, but beating you up felt great.
Meanwhile, at the disgusting lair of Big Mike the Evoker, the slovenly sorcerer was kicking back and relaxing as everything seemed to be going his way.
'Tis a fine day to not pay anyone for anything. Wee-hee-hee, I'm so cheap.
From day 58 to day 62, I returned to the base, feeling disappointed that I didn't get any more information about the cockroach Utheka or how it would defeat Big Mike the Evoker. I'm so bummed. The only thing that could cheer me up is seeing that a cockroach has been in my home. As if on cue, Octa emerged from the darkness. Octa, you emerged from the darkness. Exactly when I needed you to.
You need to learn to be more independent, Zozo. That's why I built some new rooms for you. Observe and marvel at their splendor.
Octa had built 2 new extensions to our awesome base. One was a well-appointed kitchen that looked perfect for cooking. This is perfect. If there's one thing you definitely want in your kitchen, it's a cockroach. But that wasn't all she'd made. There was a furnace too, perfect for all of our smelting needs. Wow, Octa, you've put in so much effort. It's made my arms feel tired.
Don't mention it. Please, it's unbecoming.
I may suddenly feel exhausted for some reason, but you've inspired me, Octa. I'm gonna go mine some diamonds.
The diamond industry is unethical and built on blood, but you do you, I guess. Whatever shiny little stones make you happy.
You're a great friend, Octa, but sometimes you can be a bit of a buzzkill. I went down into the mines and used my awesome iron tools to dig up some diamonds, which I was able to turn into a diamond sword, a diamond pickaxe, and some diamond armor. This armor is probably worth more than what Big Mike the Evoker even owes me. From day 63 to day 66, I found a mysterious pile of trash inside of my base, but it was actually the Mandragora boss. Oh, hey, MB. When did you get here?
I never left, Zozo. I've been here the whole time, hoping you'd strike up a conversation with me.
I mean, I've been doing a lot of my own stuff, man. And I can hang out after I've solved this business with Big Mike.
I can help with that, but first you need to follow me to a second location, outside the base. I promise it'll be worth it.
Sure, why not? I trust you, boss.
You call me boss? Yes. Let's go hang out, or go on an important mission.
I was convinced. The Mandragora boss and I made our way to the heart of the taiga, where a mysterious building awaited. Are we going in there?
I wish, but actually it's super locked. Great walk though. Isn't it just nice to spend time with each other?
Yeah, this was fun and all, but I think I'm gonna go back to my base. Later. From day 67 to day 70, Mandragora boss ran up to my base again in a blind panic.
Zozo, I need your help with something urgently.
Oh no, what's happening?
There's a bison out in the end highlands, messing everything up.
Did you say bison twice?
He's a wild bison. He's ripping and he's tearing. He's ripping and he's tearing.
That sounded so serious, he said it twice. So I ran out into the end highlands, where I saw that there was indeed a bison making trouble. Bison, why are you doing this?
I don't know. I heard a song that said there were no rules, and now I can't stop myself.
But what if there are rules? If there are rules, you're gonna be in huge trouble for all of this.
Oh no, you're right. I should stop this. I'm gonna go back to college and get a degree in textiles. Thank you, kind stranger. You've shown me the way.
No problem, man. Power to the people. And with that, he ran into the distance. From day 71 to day 74, my base was being destroyed bit by Cacti, who was just punching through the building. Dang, he's even tougher than I thought he was.
I'm tearing up your house, you trash-hauling dummy. What are you gonna do about it, huh?
Frankly, I'm just shocked you haven't realized that Big Mike is grifting off of you yet.
Says you. I'm getting those emeralds, and you're getting another taste of prickly pain.
Yeah, right, that's it! I drew my diamond sword and charged Cacti with all my might, but he punched me in the face and laid me out flat.
That was even easier than last time. I hope you don't mind if I help myself to this novelty hat.
No, I groaned in pain as I was losing consciousness. That was a gift from Ogtha.
I don't know who that is, but tell her thanks for the hat, loser.
I saw Cacti run off with my hat, then everything went black. I awoke several hours later in a daze. I was in my bed and Ogtha was nearby. Ogtha, I'm sorry. I lost the hat.
You should be. That was a good hat. How are you going to make it up to me?
I didn't answer. I looked away. I couldn't believe that Cacti had made me look like a loser. I would have my revenge. At the same time, Big Mike was still being himself.
I live a life of total irresponsibility. Now the mobs I owe money to are fighting each other. Let them fight, I say, forsooth.
From day 75 to day 78, the Mandragora boss once again came to my base. I couldn't wait to see what weird half-baked excuse he had to try and hang out with me this time.
Zozo, I have exciting news.
Oh yeah?
No, sorry, I lied about that.
Then why are you here, Mandragora boss?
I have more information about cacti, Big Mike's current freelancer. I read in a science book that cacti are mostly water, so if you keep hitting him with fire attacks like your flaming garbage, you'll be able to work him down and destroy him.
Excellent advice, Mandragora boss. I think I finally feel ready to take him on.
Before you go, take this rock shell chest plate, then you'll really rock and roll.
There was a long, uncomfortable pause.
Do you think it was a cool line, Zozo?
From day 79 to day 84, I followed the pungent smell of Big Mike's garbage until I found myself next to his industrial base. All right, Cactite, you'll have to come back here at some point, and when you are, I'll be ready. I crouched in the bushes, staking out the joint for an amount of time best described as a lot. Then I saw my novelty hat on the head of an armor stand with Cactite standing in front of it. He was here, and I was going to take him down to prove to Ogtha that I wasn't a loser. I decided to sneak inside the base and slowly creep up behind Cactite for that swift sneak attack.
Oi! Who did that?
Surprise! Zozo attack! I started swinging my weapon at Cactite, but he was still tough as ever. I dodged a swing from his cactus claws, not wanting to get knocked out again.
Give it up, loser. You're never getting this sweet hat back.
No! I won't let you make light of Ogtha's efforts to do the occasional nice thing for me. Brace yourself, Cactite. I'm about to throw everything that is weak and ascend to the ultimate garbage man mode. And that was exactly what I did. I became the essence of garbage disposal itself. myself. I had 50 hearts and more than enough power to stop Cacti for good. Garbage Bash! As I called out my attack name, I swung my sword down and utterly destroyed that diabolical cactus. I was able to reclaim my novelty hat, take a special key from the cacti's voided inventory, and claim a new power for my final upgrade, climbing walls. Who knows when that will come in handy? Hopefully soon. Time to head to the taiga. From day 85 to day 89, I took the special key to the taiga, ready to finally obtain the cockroach Utheka that would somehow solve my problems. I can't help but feel like I'm missing something big. Oh well, it's probably not that much of an issue. I reached the structure and used the special key to open it, but it was the wrong key. Oh no, this must be a key to Cacti's car or something pointless like that. How am I ever going to get in there now? That's when I realized my wall climbing ability. I could use it to break into the building from above. I climbed up to the top of the building and used my axe to shatter the ceiling from above, then dropped down into the chamber. There, I found it, the cockroach Utheka in all of its gross, weird glory. This is it. It's finally time for me to get what I'm owed. But it wasn't time just yet. I felt the world rumbling around me until a giant, monstrous bobbit worm crawled out of the ground, ready to attack. Oh no, worm time! I slashed with my diamond sword and turned the terrifying worm into sausage rolls. The battle raged on, but in the end, I was victorious. Guess it was garbage day. From day 90 to day 94, as I was exiting the house, I realized that these days were about to get a whole lot garbager. Big Mike the Evoker appeared behind me, hitting me with some kind of explosion blast that froze me in place.
You're trapped, Zozo. This is the price of your disloyalty. I would have paid you back eventually.
I couldn't trust you as far as I'd throw you. You've tricked and conned everyone.
There's one born every minute, Zozo. You're so ungrateful, and I'll show you how ungrateful you are by taking everything you have.
No, that's so excessive.
Too late.
He ran away, cackling, leaving me trapped in place. From day 95 to day 97, when my spell wore off, I immediately jumped into action. What Big Mike had said about taking everything I have didn't seem like a good sign. I need to warn people. I think the Mandragora boss and the Armored Mountaineers are closest. And I was right, but by the time I got to the gravelly mountains, it looked like everything had been destroyed. All that was left was the Mandragora boss himself, gravely wounded. Mandragora boss, no! I'm so sorry that I didn't get here sooner.
Don't worry about me, Zozo. You need to get out of here. And go into your base, too. Go! Before it's too late.
I will. Big Mike the Evoker needs to be stopped.
One more thing, Zozo. Do you think I'm cool?
Yes, Mandragora boss. I think you're cool.
Thank you, Zozo. I can go happily now.
The Mandragora passed, and I ran off back to my base, hoping it wouldn't be too late. On day 98, I returned back to my base and found it was too late. The whole place had been almost leveled, destroying everything that myself and Ogtha had worked so hard to build. Wait, Ogtha, where is she? My worries went away when Ogtha emerged, seemingly unharmed.
I'm here, Zozo. It's okay.
But how? How did you survive Big Mike's attack?
I'll reveal the truth soon, Zozo. But first, we need to go to Big Mike's place. The final battle draws near. If this goes well, we'll defeat him once and for all.
It made me feel nervous, but it seemed like she was right. It was time to end this once and for all. On day 99, we arrived at the outskirts of Big Mike's filthy, disgusting pigsty of a home. Guess it's now or never. What was the secret you wanted to tell me, Ogtha?
The truth is, Zozo, I'm not real.
What?
It's true. I've been your imaginary friend all along. Every time you thought I was doing something, it was actually you doing it.
This is so wild. No offense, Ogtha, but why would I imagine an imaginary cockroach friend?
Because, Zozo, as a garbage man, you knew on some level that you needed the spirit of a cockroach. We can survive a nuclear explosion, and you can survive this. It's why you felt you needed the cockroach Utheka, but in truth, Zozo, you had the strength inside of you all along.
I was so touched by this, I took a deep breath and entered the filthy base. On day 100, it was time to square up against Big Mike the Evoker. I'm here for my back pay and for some payback.
You stole that line from the mask.
Be that as it may, my point stands. Let's finish this, Big Mike. I may never see your emeralds, but I'll see your defeat. The battle was on, with my burning trash going up against Big Mike's energy blasts. But in the end, channeling the power of cockroaches and garbage was enough to give me what I needed!
No! I'm finally going to have to pay!
With a decisive strike from my diamond sword, Big Mike the Evoker was no more! He'd never con anyone ever again. On day 1, I spawned in as On day 1, I spawned into the Dover Mountains as a courageous firefighter. Well, a baby firefighter anyway. It looks like I've got a long way to go when it comes to developing all my firefighting skills, but I didn't have time to practice at a leisurely pace. A huge hulking fire ogre jumped down right in front of me.
There you are, little firefighter. I thought I burned every last one of you, but it seems I missed one. I've got to be losing my touch.
Wait, who are you?
Oh, silly me. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Larson the Fire Ogre. I'm called Larson because it rhymes with arson. And I just want to watch the whole world burn.
You'll never burn the world, Larson. Not if I have anything to say about it.
But you won't have anything to say, kid, because you're just gonna be a sad little pile of ash.
Before I could think up a witty comeback, Larson blasted me with a fireball. Lucky for me, my fire-resistant coat deflected the worst of it, but it wouldn't do that twice. I just had to run. I need to figure out a way to stop that diabolical fire ogre, or the whole overworld is gonna burn. On day 2, I continued fleeing through the Dover Mountains. I could smell smoke in the air, and that certainly didn't make me feel good. 10 hearts. Uh-oh, that's not much. I need to stay safe, or I'll never be strong enough to stop Larson from setting everything on fire. But I needed to get some food first, because my hunger bar was dangerously low. Lucky for me, I found some apples lying around on the ground, and decided to eat them as a quick snack.
Ha! You walked right into my trap!
A huge red manticore leaped out of the trees, ready to battle.
I'm a friend of Larson's. He sends his regards. You know, kid, you've got no future. Either I get you or Larson will. Either way, your fate is in our hands.
The red manticore didn't seem like a nice guy, so instead of sitting around for his lecture, I turned and ran for the hills, or rather the mountains. I guess running is a valuable exercise for a firefighter. But it didn't take long for me to tire myself out and collapse on the ground. It was totally humiliating. But I felt a sudden burst of energy when I saw a huge blue ogre looming over me. Oh no!
Please, be not afraid. I assume you probably met my brother Larson. He's a bad guy, and I'm not like him. I'm Brian the Blue Ogre, and as my blue color suggests, I'm pretty chill.
I got back up, feeling immense relief. Phew, it's really nice to meet someone else who doesn't want the world to burn down.
And I'm not the only one either. Welcome to the Resistance, little firefighter. Come with me.
On day 3, Brian the Blue Ogre led me across the Dover Mountains, soon reaching a large and roaring fire.
This is a controlled fire, by the way, so there's no need to fight it.
Fair enough, that makes sense. I walked ahead to the fire and saw an old calico kitty warming herself.
Ah, a firefighter. It's been a long time.
What do you mean? You met a firefighter once before?
Oh, yes. One of them saved my life years ago. I was stuck in a tree, and it was a firefighter who came and saved me. I owed my life to him after that, and took care of him in his twilight years. He passed down his precious fireman's axe to me, and I swore I'd one day give it to another firefighter to carry on his legacy of doing brave and heroic acts.
I'd be honored to accept his fire axe.
Then take it, and a stone pickaxe, and go make yourself a new fire station. You alone will be able to put out the fires and keep this land safe.
He gave me the stone pickaxe and the stone fire axe. Inspired by the tale that Calico Kitty had told me, I took them and left to go back to Brian the Blue Ogre to begin my quest in earnest. From day 4 to day 5, Brian the Blue Ogre and I went out and discovered the perfect place in the Dover Mountains to set up a base.
What kind of base will we create, Zozo?
A fire station, of course. We need to get out there and put out fires anytime we can, at any hour of the day or night.
That sounds exhausting and extremely stressful, but it also sounds like the right thing to do.
I started cutting down trees with my axe to collect wood and mining up stone. With all that, I started building the most basic parts of my new fire station base, the barracks, where Brian and I could sleep at night. When the base was done, Brian came over to me with a gift.
Zozo, I got you another valuable item for your firefighting quests. It's a bucket. You can fill it up with water and use it to put out fires.
That's perfect, Brian. It seems like I've got a really cool firefighting loadout. But fires wouldn't be the only threat that I'd need to face. A gaggle of nasty rats came skittering out of the forest, and I needed to put my fire axe to lethal use in order to defeat them. Wow, I'm pretty good with this thing. Wait, what's happening to me? The XP I'd gained from defeating the hell rats was enough for me me to level up. I got bigger, stronger, had 30 hearts, and a new power, a fire hose. I'm like a real firefighter now. From day 6 to day 8, I smelled some smoke in the ebony woods and ran there immediately to put out some fires that were raging amongst the trees. I'm putting out fires everywhere. I hope I can continue to get to places on time, or there could be a real disaster. Speaking of disasters, I soon came face to face with a terrifying gang of undead scorpions. Could they be the ones who caused the fire? I better ask them a few questions. Get it? Axe? Yeah, nobody has a sense of humor around here. With the fireman's axe I'd inherited from the firefighter of old, I took out each one of the undead scorpions. The axe wasn't as fast as a sword, but what it didn't have in speed, it made up for in power. Soon enough, I defeated the entire gang of undead scorpions. With the area cleared, a new presence stepped out from behind the trees. It was a darkness ostrich.
That was impressive work, stranger. You seem like you can handle yourself in another.
I'm a firefighter, not just a fighter. Why would I fight your fights for you?
Because I'm fast. If you and I work together, I can be your advanced warning system for fires across the overworld.
Well, that's actually a really good point. Lead the way. From day 9 to day 10, I followed the mysterious darkness ostrich to a clearing in the ebony woods, where I saw an even more ominous ostrich in the distance.
That's my brother, the hell ostrich. He was once a good ostrich, but he gave in to the temptation of evil. Now he's barely a shadow of what he used to be. He needs to be destroyed for his own good.
Wow, there are a lot of warring brothers out there. Guess I'll do what I can. I ran in and tried to battle the hell ostrich with my fire hose and axe, but it was so incredibly fast, it unleashed a devastating attack on me before I even got a chance to take it down.
I have demon energies, firefighter. There's no way you're ever gonna defeat me like that.
And as much as I hated to admit it, he was right. I ran back to the darkness ostrich, feeling ashamed. Looks like I still have some training to do before I can mercy defeat your evil brother, Darkness Ostrich. Why don't you come crash at my base in the meantime?
It can't hurt. It does get lonely out here in the ebony forest, after all.
From day 11 to day 12, I returned to the fire station and constructed some lodging for the Darkness Ostrich. I made sure to make the ostrich's room have a dark-like vibe to suit its nature. I went to tell the Darkness Ostrich that I'd finished his lodging and was surprised to see that the station had expanded while I hadn't been watching.
Would you like to see the new storage room?
I'd better make sure all of this is up to the latest fire code and guidelines, so lead the way. The Darkness Ostrich took me inside the storage room, which is an ideal place for storing all our firefighting equipment. He also showed me a furnace, which was in perfect condition for heating the station without being a fire hazard in itself. After looking over both of these additions to the base and approving of them, I listened to the Darkness Ostrich tell me a bit more about the evil that we'd be fighting, aside from just fire.
My brother, the Hell Ostrich, turned evil right around the same time as Larson, the Fire Ogre, started the rampage. I don't know if it's related, but brothers shouldn't have to fight brothers. That's why I wanted you to deal with him.
Get that, I really do. But I'm a firefighter, not a brother fighter. I can't tell you why family doesn't always get along. Afterwards, I decided to make myself a stronger fire axe for the battles ahead, so I went to gather some iron ore from the mines. I then smelted the iron and made an iron axe and iron pickaxe as well to make it easier to dig for the materials. The next step in making the fire station into a sustainable base was building a farm for sheep and herding some sheep into it. You never know when you need some wool, even if it can be highly flammable. From day 13 to day 15, Brian the Blue Ogre came into the fire station to offer me some of his chill wisdom.
You've built this fire station into something quite admirable. The battle against my brother Larson, the Fire Ogre, will be arduous and ongoing, so remember to maintain your cool.
The Fire Ogre's blazes are some of the most dangerous I've ever seen. How do you suggest I train to withstand those scorching attacks?
You should focus on your health and durability. Surviving the flames is the first step to overcoming them. Go to the Ebony Woods and find your strength.
Following Brian's advice, I went on a walk through the Ebony Woods, admiring the gorgeous view of the trees. That view was interrupted by the sudden appearance of a red manticore, no doubt sent here by Larson the Fire Ogre to start some kind of brush fire.
Nice trees! It would be a shame if someone burned them down.
Stop right there, red manticore. I'm going to prevent this forest fire before it happens. I drew my iron fire axe and struck the manticore with a heavy blow. The manticore bit back, but I stood my ground and continued to hack away until the manticore was defeated. My victory was rewarded with a rare health potion drop. I drank it down and felt my strength rising to a new level. I now had an incredible total of 60 hearts, and I could smash through solid walls. From day 16 to day 19, I found myself in another beautiful forest, the flower forest. The great outdoors sure was grand, but these biomes were the most at risk when it came to fire. I stayed vigilant in case Larson the Fire Ogre or another one of his evil red Manicore minions was planning to cause trouble. Further into the woods, I happened to find a book of information lying on the ground. Flammable objects shouldn't be left on the ground, so I picked up the book and gave it a read. There are many paths to becoming strong in the overworld, and one of them is the path of demons. By embracing the evil instincts in their heart, a creature can learn to destroy any obstacle or enemy. But because balance is a natural part of the overworld, those who choose the path of demons are opposed by the rescue warriors, who follow a path of protection. I pondered the words on the page for a while, thinking of Larson the Fire Ogre as well as the Hell Ostrich. Both of them seem to have chosen this path of demons.
We follow the path of demons too, and we'll use our evil energy to destroy you, Fireman!
I looked from the book to see I was surrounded by red manticores. They had ambushed me, but I wouldn't let them win so easily. I wasted no time drawing my iron axe and chopping them down. From day 20 to day 22, I gathered more iron from the mines and smelted the iron ore into iron ingots. I then used the ingots to craft my first piece of iron armor, an iron chestplate. With this extra bit of protection, I felt strong enough to face the Hell Ostrich of the Black Forest. I'll settle this family score for the Darkness Ostrich. That should put me on the right path. I arrived at the part of the Black Forest where the Hell Ostrich resided and found him immediately.
Ready to be destroyed again? I'll happily walk all over you until you learn your lesson.
The only one who is learning a lesson today is you, Hell Ostrich. You followed the path of demons, but it ends here. I used my iron axe to carve out my own path to victory. The Hell Ostrich's attack speed was much greater than my own, but thanks to my armor and higher health, I endured his attacks and used my slow but powerful hits to take him out. The Hell Ostrich burst into flames upon being defeated. I saw a flashback in the raging fire. The flashback showed the Hell Ostrich and several others gathered in a place with magical mushrooms. The most intimidating among them was Larson the Fire Ogre.
Today begins our pact to follow the path of demons. We will gain the powers of destruction and burn the overworld together.
To my great surprise, I saw my twin brother amongst the gathered creatures. What was he doing there? From day 23 to day 26, I went back to the fire station and told the Darkness Ostrich about my successful battle with the Hell Ostrich. It was a tough fight, but I did what needed to be done.
You are truly one firefighter, Zozo. There needs to be someone like you to fight the evil of this world.
I know that now more than ever. There's more creatures who are following the path of demons, including Larson, and none of them will rest until the overworld is burned to the ground. With my new determination to fight fire soaring to new heights, I descended into the mines and dug up some more iron ore. To complement my iron chestplate, I used my next few ingots to make an iron helmet and iron boots. It's not exactly fireproof, but it will keep me from getting hurt by most conventional attacks. Back above ground, I reunited with the Darkness Ostrich, who had just finished building a massive wall around the whole fire station. This is a really nice wall. I'm surprised you completed it so quickly. I wasn't gone that long.
I'm not just speedy when I'm running. I build things fast too.
From day 27 to day 31, I was walking through the flower forest to make sure that it was still safe from the hostile mobs. Instead of any red manticores, I saw a white lioness. That must be a good sign.
You're the firefighter that protected our forest from the red manticores. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome, White Lioness. A firefighter must always be ready to protect the overworld.
If you don't mind, I'd like to spend some time at your fire station, just to make sure we're all in good hands.
Sure, the fire station is open to the public, so you can stay as long as you want. I took the White Lioness back to the base and built a room for her to stay. Our fire station family was growing larger, so I decided to spruce up the base a bit. From the sheep farm, I was able to gather a bunch of sheep's wool, which I used to create decorative banners to put around the base. Remember to keep these banners away from open flames, everyone! Afterwards, I ran into Brian the Blue Ogre, who despite his usual chill attitude, seemed concerned.
There's a fire in the nearby mountains. It's probably Larson. Now is the time to act.
If even you are worried, that's enough reason for me! From day 32 to day 35, the Blue Ogre and I hurried to the source of the fire and saw that the area was swarmed with red manticores. This is bad. Those red manticores must have set everything ablaze.
Larson is definitely behind this, but I don't see him.
I fought my way through the flames with my iron axe and saw the Calico Kitty from before, the same one who gave me my original fire axe. Kitty!
Zozo, help me! Please, rescue me!
Don't worry, Kitty, I'm coming! Just then, another blast of flame lit up the area. The Calico Kitty was burnt to a crisp before I could do anything about the fire. No, I was too late!
You can't stop the fire, Zozo. It's always been burning since the overworld's been turning.
Enraged by the red manticore's taunts, I charged forward and jumped through each and every one of them. Then, I put out the fires to prevent any further destruction to the environment. From day 36 to day 39, I went on patrol in the Ebony Woods to root out the other minions of Larson the Fire Ogre. Near a pond in the woods, I met a humble old turtle who gave me a friendly greeting and offered me a quest.
Hello there, firefighter! I heard that the overworld has had a lot of trouble with the ones following the path of demons. I know of a giant in these woods that is also using demon energy for evil, so I thought I'd report it.
Thanks, Turtle. I'll get right on that so that the woods can be safe for you again. I wandered deeper into the woods until I came upon a giant. At his size, it was pretty hard to miss. At a glance, I could tell that he had the same wicked vibes as the Hell Ostrich, so I approached with my weapon drawn. The giant tried to attack me, but I defended myself and hacked him down to size. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. I returned to the turtle and told him the good news. As a reward, the turtle gave me some information regarding the ones following the path of demons.
I saw this once before at an earlier point in my long life. Creatures who wanted to cause destruction gathered together and formed a pact. Their demon powers grow stronger the more that they destroy, especially if they destroy good guy rescue warriors like yourself. Just be careful, okay?
From day 40 to day 43, I returned to the fire station to find that the inside of the rooms had bookshelves and couches. This is a good place for books because we can keep them safe. But who added these to the base?
It was me, Brian. I'm inviting another blue ogre friend to the fire station so that we can chill out. He's not related to me and Larson, though.
Wow, I had questions, but I guess you answered them already. And if you want to chill with a friend here at the base, that's chill with me.
Thanks, Zozo. You're a cool friend.
Sometime later, the other blue ogre that Brian was friends with arrived at the fire station. Please, make yourself at home. I left the blue ogres to their hangout and went to repair my axe. When I was finished with fixing up my axe, I was approached by the White Lioness who had a new mission for me.
Zozo, I've learned that an evil ghast is in the flower forest. I can't go home until it is defeated.
Was this ghast your sibling or friend by any chance?
No, just a regular evil ghast. Why do you ask?
I was just curious. It seems like everyone has an evil twin these days. From day 44 to day 49, I went to the flower forest for the quest of the White Lioness and found that some forest fires had been started. I ran straight into the flames, ready to put them all out. Thank goodness I got here in time before it spreads even more.
You said it, Zozo. Now I can see you burned up at last. Then nothing will stop our destruction.
Larson, you won't be getting away with this. I'll put this fire out and put you down.
Well, I'd personally enjoy fire blasting you until only ash remains. Somebody else from the path of demons wants to take you on.
Someone else? Who could it be?
You'll find out.
Larson disappeared into the flames and escaped. I tried to follow him, but a terrifying husk blocked my path. There was something kind of familiar about this husk, and it freaked me out.
Hello, brother. It is me. You left me behind.
Wait, no, you're my brother. Why are you working with Larson?
Because I've followed the path of demons, and now I'll destroy you and grow even more powerful.
This is horrible, but I have no choice. I have to fight you, brother. The husk of my brother attacked me, and I countered with my iron fire axe. The fight was difficult, not just because of the damage I was taking, but because my feelings were being hurt too. From day 50 to day 53, I fought on against the husk that was once my brother. My fire axe continued to strike true, but he had health to spare. I, on the other hand, was losing a lot of hearts.
Why are you holding back? We are enemies now, brother. I must destroy you, and you must try to stop me.
I don't want to, and maybe that's why I've been holding back this whole time.
Is this all your great life of becoming a firefighter amounted to?
My evil will undo all the good you've done in the world. If that's how you feel, then I refuse to hold back any longer. Take this! I went all out against the husk and felled my former brother with a few well-placed axe strikes. He disappeared, leaving behind a bunch of diamonds. I remember these diamonds from back when my twin brother and I were kids. I found them inside of an abandoned mine. I told him to keep them when I left to become a firefighter. He held on to them all this time. It's so tragic. I'm sorry, brother, but I will avenge you by defeating Larson, the Fire Ogre! From day 54 to day 57, I found the gas that the White Lioness had mentioned. It screamed at me and attacked at range. I dodged through the blast and approached with my axe. With no hesitation, I cut the gas down in one hit. I returned to base and told the White Lioness that the Flower Forest would now be safe to return to.
Thank you, Zozo.
You're welcome.
Is something bothering you?
I had to defeat my twin brother because he followed the path of demons and became an evil husk. It's left me really conflicted about how much of a hero I really am. I couldn't save him from turning evil.
That's rough, buddy. But you're not the one to blame. It was Larson, the Fire Ogre, who gathered all those creatures, promising them the powers of destruction. There will always be creatures out there who want to watch the overworld burn. But as long as you protect and rescue those in danger, you're definitely a hero.
That really helped. Thank you, White Lioness. I will keep fighting fires and saving people for as long as I am able. From day 58 to day 62, I went to the mine and discovered a vein of diamonds, which I could use to craft better gear. I traded out my iron pickaxe for a diamond pickaxe right away, but I took some extra time when I was crafting my new fire axe. I used the diamonds that my twin brother had to create a powerful diamond fire axe in his honor. I'll never forget you, brother, even if you did turn into a husk and try to defeat me. I returned from the mines to find that a brand new living area had been built, including a contained fireplace. Brian, the blue ogre, was hanging out near the bookshelves and welcomed me the moment I stepped in. Brian, did you do all of this?
Yep. It took me a while to find the setup for the fireplace that was most safe, but I think you'll be happy with it.
Of course I am, buddy. Thank you! From day 63 to day 66, the Darkness Ostrich came to find me in the mines with some crucial information.
Hey, Zozo! I've run around all across the overworld, and I think I discovered the fungal patch where the creatures following the path of demons made their pact.
Great work, Darkness Ostrich. I knew I could count on you to find out where Larson the Fire Ogre is hiding away.
Well, I don't know for sure that he's there, because I haven't seen him. But if you go there, it's possible that you'll see him.
I decided to give it a shot, heading straight to the mysterious biome known as the Fungal Patch. It certainly resembled the place that I saw in my vision, but like the Darkness Ostrich said, there was no sign of Larson. I heard some movement among the mushrooms and braced for a fight. The source of the sound turned out to be a leatherworker who wasn't in the mood for a fight at all.
I'm not with those Path of Demon guys. I'm just trying to make some supernatural leather to work with.
I guess that does make sense. You are a leatherworker. How can I help? This place is dangerous on your own.
Yeah, I'll show you, firefighter. Follow me.
From day 67 to day 70, I went with the leatherworker to another part of the fungal patch. I soon spotted an Enderman walking around the fungal patch looking for innocent lives to destroy.
That thing has the leather I need, but too afraid to get close. It has the powers of the Path of Demons.
I'll handle it. If that thing made the pact with Larson the Fire Ogre, it's got to be stopped. I attacked the Enderman by surprise and scored the first hit. It attacked me and did a bit of damage, but my diamond fire axe struck true the next time. Even though it had longer limbs, I stayed in close range and hammered away until the towering being fell. It also dropped the leather that the leatherworker was looking for.
Thank you for your help, Zozo. You're the best.
From day 71 to day 74, I spotted some fire in another part of the fungal patch and ventured towards it. That fire would most likely lead me to Larson the Fire Ogre. He was still very strong, but I was ready to try and fight him. Wish me luck, and don't forget to search Zozo in order to find more of the Zozo videos you love. I reached the spot where the fungal patch fire was burning and saw Larson the Fire Ogre adding to it with more fire blasts. Your path of demons isn't going any further, Larson. I'm fighting your fire with fire fighting.
What do you hope to accomplish, Zozo? I've got flames you can't hope to tame.
He hit me with a fireball that scorched me and did a ton of damage. I struck back with my diamond fire axe. my shock, it barely did any damage. He hit me with another fireball, and I almost lost my footing. I could barely stand, so I turned and ran away from the fungal patch. Our fight would have to happen another day. From day 75 to day 78, I regretted my loss against Larson the Fire Ogre in my room at the fire station. Fighting fires was what I was meant to do, and as long as I couldn't defeat Larson, there would always be uncontrolled fires. I can save myself, but I can't save anyone else. Suddenly, the White Lioness came to see me. I thought you headed home to the flower forest.
I came back as soon as I heard you were doubting yourself. I need to show you something.
I followed the White Lioness to the outside of the base and found that a watchtower had been built next to the fire station.
With this, you'll be able to spot fires all over the overworld. You'll get your chance to face Larson the Fire Ogre again, when you're ready.
Thanks, White Lioness. You always know what to say. I went to hang out in the living room and met with Brian the Blue Ogre, chilling out as usual.
I've come up with a plan for how you can defeat my evil brother, Larson.
Let's hear it.
If you eat this magic golden carrot, you'll have the chilled out powers over ice, as well as a boatload more health.
That just might turn the tide, Brian. Thank you. I went outside and ate the magic golden carrot and became a massive super firefighter with the chill ability to fire blasts of ice. I had 100 hearts as well to make sure that I could survive many battles. From day 79 to day 84, I went back to the fungal patch to see how my new chill powers would stand up against another pack of demon grunts. I was attacked by a piglin brute, so I used my ice blast to freeze the mob solid before chopping it with my diamond fire axe. A traveling snow golem saw the fight and applauded my skill.
That was totally cool. You chilled the piglin brute out and put him on ice.
I'm glad you thought it was neat. These ice powers are brand new, so I'm still getting the hang of how to use them to fight fires.
You're a firefighter. I should have known because of that uniform you're wearing. But that's really cool too. You guys are heroes. If I was around fire, I'd melt from fear.
I'd recommend avoiding the fungal patch then. There's a powerful fire ogre out here who just wants to burn and destroy things.
Oh, really? Thanks for the heads up. I'm gonna go head to a place a bit more chill. But take this helmet for your troubles. Firefighters have a good helmet after all.
No problem, buddy. Sorry, bad pun. The snow golem gave me diamond leggings, which I equipped. I was more prepared to fight than ever, and not just fires. From day 85 to day 89, I went back to my base, which was currently on fire and under attack by the red manticores. Starting a fire at the fire station. That's a new low.
There's no low to which we of the Path of Demons won't sink to. We're just that rotten, mean, and nasty.
You're about to be frozen too, along with those other adjectives. I launched ice blasts at the red manticores, which put several of them on ice. Afterwards, I hacked them all down with my diamond fire axe. Soon, there were no more red manticores left outside the fire station. But there was a fire out on the horizon, so I went to put it out. I traveled a long way from the base until I found myself in a small village where many of the buildings were on fire.
Firefighter Zozo, help us please! Larson the Fire Ogre set all of our wooden houses ablaze!
Never fear, the firefighter is here! I used my fire hose to douse the flames rapidly and repeated the process until every house in the village was saved from the fire.
You protected us! How can we ever repay you?
Don't worry about it, villager. Fighting fires is its own reward. From day 90 to day 94, having helped the villagers, I searched for the red manticores all the way deep into the fungal patch. Why would anyone live here? This must be where the big boss Larson the Fire Ogre himself hangs his hat. When I arrived in the heart of the fungal patch, I couldn't see any red manticores. Instead, a Vex emerged from the darkness.
You must be Zozo, the firefighter. That's funny. I was expecting someone far more impressive.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Vex. Unlucky for you, I'm not sorry about defeating you.
How fiery of you. Let's see if we can turn up the heat even more.
From day 95 to day 97, I started my battle with the Vex. With his demon strength, he was one of the toughest enemies I'd ever battled. But there was one thing I knew for sure. I was right that Larson had a base in the fungal patch. He wouldn't send out his very best warrior if he wasn't scared I was getting too close to the truth. Knowing this made me fight harder than ever before. With my ice blast and my axe, I defeated the Vex. I'm getting a burning feeling that my quest is really getting exciting now. On day 98, knowing everything I needed to in order to battle Larson, I decided to make my peace with my friends back at my base. Either I'd come back from the lair of the Fire Ogre victorious, or I wouldn't come back at all. First, I spoke to the White Lioness.
You've convinced me, Zozo. You're a true firefighter and a true hero.
Second, I spoke to the Darkness Ostrich.
You were capable of defeating the Hell Ostrich, something I was never able to do. I believe you can win the day.
And finally, I spoke to Brian the Blue Ogre, the first kind person I'd met since starting my firefighting career.
I know you'll do what's right, Zozo. I lost my brother a long time ago. You can finally put him to rest and save the world from the fiery end. Do it, Zozo. Do what's right.
On day 99, I traveled into the dark heart of the fungal patch. I knew that Larson was hiding out here, and if I didn't stop him now, once and for all, he might burn the whole world down to the ground. But when I was outside of his lair, I realized this wouldn't be a one-on-one battle between me and the Fire Ogre. There were a whole bunch of those evil red manticores waiting outside. Now Larson may be evil, but he sure is smart. If I fight all those manticores, I'll be exhausted by the time I actually face the big boss. I heard footsteps coming up behind me. I turned and saw that it was the leather worker I'd helped before.
Howdy, Zozo. I can help you out. You get in there and put out that ogre's flame. I'll keep all those manticores distracted. Finish this!
You may be a leather worker, but my friend, you have the heart of a true firefighter. While the leather worker distracted the manticores, I ran straight in. On day 100, I ran into Larson's lair, ready to face him and finish this once and for all. He stood there in all of his terrible fiery glory, ready to battle me.
Firefighter, so you're finally ready to give yourself up to the flame.
You're so obsessed with fire. I'm amazed you haven't burned your own place down yet.
I'm planning on doing my place last. I'll burn everything eventually. But hey, you know what they say? The ogre that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
The time for talk was over. I needed to put out the flame. I blasted Larson with Ice Blast after Ice Blast, dulling the power of his demon flames. He fought viciously with all the burning power we'd learned to expect. But in the end, it was one decisive strike of my diamond axe that took care of him for good. I didn't start the fire, but I'm the one who put it out.